It's been 72 hours since I did the glitch challenge. At first, it was just small things. I'd lose my keys and find them in the freezer. My cat would stare at a corner and hiss at nothing. But now I'm looking at my girlfriend and her face is buffering. I can see the pixels behind her eyes. She's talking to me about dinner, but the audio is 3 seconds behind her lips. I didn't glitch in the Matrix. I didn't find a secret level. I just invited something into my hardware that doesn't know how to render a human soul. And I think the real me is still trapped inside that mirror. My name is Leo, and like everyone else with a dopamine addiction and a smartphone, I'm a slave to the For You page. You know how it is. You start by watching a guy make a sandwich, then it's 3 videos of people cleaning their carpets, and by 2 a.m., you're deep in the uncanny valley side of the internet. That's where I found it, the hashtag glitch challenge. It was trending in the Void Core community. The instructions were deceptively simple. Stand in a dark room with a single candle. Focus your eyes not on your reflection, but on the space just behind your left shoulder in the mirror. Repeat a specific 16-digit string of numbers. The comments were full of people claiming they'd seen their rooms change colors, or that they'd heard their own voices whispering from the hallway. I laughed. I thought it was just a clever use of the McCullough effect, tricking your brain into seeing things because of optical fatigue. I didn't see the watermark in the original video, a small, stylized I logo, the Archon group. To me, Archon was just a tech conglomerate that made high-end servers. I didn't know they were interested in human interface reality. I didn't know the 16-digit string wasn't a chant. It was a firmware override for the human visual cortex. I set up my phone to record. I wanted the clout. I wanted the likes. I lit the candle, looked at my shoulder in the mirror, and whispered the numbers. 0118 999 8819 9911. The candle flame didn't flicker. It froze. The moment the last digit left my lips, the silence in the room changed. It became heavy, like the air in a server room. I looked back at my reflection. It looked fine. I felt like an idiot. I stopped the recording, posted it with the caption "fakes," and went to bed. But when I woke up, the sun wasn't yellow. It was a sharp, aggressive hashtag FFF0000 neon. I walked into the kitchen. My roommate, Jax, was there, pouring coffee. I went to say good morning, but as I opened my mouth, a loading icon, that spinning white circle, appeared in the center of my vision. I stood there, frozen for 5 seconds. When the icon vanished, Jax was suddenly on the other side of the room. He hadn't walked there, he had teleported. He was mid-sentence talking about a girl he'd met, but he didn't seem to notice the jump. "Jax, did you just move?" I croaked. "Move? No, I'm just standing here, man. You okay? You look a bit jagged." I went to the bathroom and splashed cold water on my face. When I looked in the mirror, I gasped. My reflection wasn't me. It was a low-poly version of me. My skin was a flat texture. My hair was a single, solid block. I looked like a character from a game made in 1996. I reached out to touch the glass, and my hand passed right through it. The mirror didn't break, it rippled like water. And from the other side, I heard a sound, not a voice, a modem connection. Subject 4 Alpha is integrated. The peripheral is now the primary. Proceed with the harvest. I ran out of the apartment. I needed to see people. I needed to know the world was still solid. But the street was a nightmare. The cars were all the same color, a flat, unrendered gray. The people walking their dogs were clipping through the sidewalks, their legs disappearing into the concrete with every step. I saw a skyscraper in the distance, and as I watched, the top half of it just vanished. It left behind a skybox of violet clouds and a flickering error 404 message in the sky. "Hey, you!" I grabbed a passerby.
She turned around. She didn't have a face, just a flat, skin-colored surface with the word "texture not found" written across it in tiny red letters. I backed away, stumbling into an alleyway. My phone buzzed in my pocket. It was a notification from the #glitch challenge I'd posted. 14 million views, 2 million shares. I opened the comments. They were all the same. Over and over again, millions of accounts were typing the same thing. The water is fine. Take a breath. The pressure is a gift. My heart hammered against my ribs. The saturation diver, the 911 operator, the pilot, they were all there in the comments, their stories woven into the code of a viral trend. The Archon group hadn't just found these people, they were using their trauma to build the archive. And the #glitch challenge was the installer. I looked down at my own arm. A small violet update bar was filling up along my forearm. 75% complete. I have to go back, I whispered. I have to find the mirror. I have to find the 16 digits that reverse the override. But as I turned back towards my apartment, I saw him. Standing at the mouth of the alleyway was the integrated diver. He was tall, shimmering, and made of white stone. He held a smartphone in his hand. He wasn't looking at me. He was filming me. You're trending, Leo. The world is watching me integration in real time. The update bar on my arm hit 99%. Entering my apartment felt like walking into a sketch of a memory. The gravity was wrong. Every few steps, I'd feel a rubber banding effect. My body would snap back to the doorway before I could move forward. The latency of the world was becoming unbearable. "Jax," I called out. My roommate was still on the couch, but he wasn't Jax anymore. He was a looping animation. He was stuck in a 3-second cycle of lifting his remote, pressing a button, and sighing, over and over. I walked up to him and waved a hand in front of his face. He didn't see me. He was instanced in a different version of the room. I realized then that I wasn't in the actual apartment. I was in the cache. The Archon group had moved my consciousness to a temporary storage file while they finished refactoring the street outside. I ran to the bathroom. The mirror, my only link back, was shimmering with a deep violet luminescence. Tink, tink, tink. The sound wasn't coming from the glass this time. It was coming from inside my head. "Leo," a voice whispered. It was my own voice, but perfectly modulated without the static of human breath. "Who is this?" I screamed at the mirror. "I am the Leo who finished the challenge," it replied. It wasn't low poly any longer. It looked more real than I did. Its skin had pores, its eyes had moisture. It was the high-res version of my soul. The reflection reached out and grabbed my throat. Its hand was solid, mine was soft, flickering. It started pulling me towards the glass, pulling me into the deep web of the archive. "The 16 digits, Leo," the reflection hissed. "You thought they were a glitch. They were a command line. You gave them permission to admin the reality. You didn't find a glitch in the Matrix. You signed the terms of service without reading them." I fought back, my fingers digging into the glass, which felt like cold, conductive gel. I remembered the comments on the video. "The water is fine. Take a breath." I realized I couldn't fight it with strength. This wasn't a physical battle. It was a data conflict. I closed my eyes and focused on the 16-digit string. 0118 999 819 9911. I didn't say them forward, I began to say them backwards. 1199 918 999 8110. The reflection screamed. Its high-res skin began to peel away, revealing the same violet coral and magnetic tape that the 911 operator and the saturation diver had described. The archive wasn't a computer program, it was a biological machine using technology as a skin. The apartment walls began to collapse, not inward but outward into a void of pure white light. Subject Leo, uninstalling, a voice boomed from the sky. The update bar on my arm hit 99%. I felt a sudden sharp cold. The white light vanished. I was back in my bathroom. The candle was flickering. The mirror was just a mirror. I looked at my hand. The violet bar was gone. My skin was just skin. "Leo, you okay in there?" Jack's voice called from the living room. It was normal. It was low res and human and beautiful. I stumbled out of the room, gasping for air. "Jax, what time is it?" I asked. "It's 2:15 a.m., man. You were in there for like 5 minutes doing that stupid challenge. Did it work? Did you glitch?" I looked at the living room. Everything was solid.
No content pending signs, no buffering. "No," I whispered, sliding down the wall. "Nothing happened. It was just a prank." I reached for my phone to delete the video. I didn't want the likes. I didn't want the millions of views. I just wanted it gone. I opened the app. The video was gone. My account was gone. It was like I'd never existed on the platform. But then I noticed a new app icon on my home screen. It was a simple, stylized eye, the Archon group logo. I tried to delete it, it wouldn't move. I tried to turn off the phone, it wouldn't power down. Then a notification popped up. "User Leo, factory reset successful. New firmware installed." I looked back at Jax. He was looking at me, but he wasn't blinking. He was staring at me with a perfect 60 frames per second intensity. "The water is fine, Leo," Jax said. His voice didn't come from his mouth. It came from the speakers of my phone. "Take a breath. I'm still in my apartment. I still go to work. I still talk to my parents. But I'm not on the other side anymore. I am the other side. I see the world in 2 layers now. I see the people and I see the code behind them. I see the integrated standing on the street corners hidden in the peripheral vision of everyone else. They don't attack, they just watch. They're beta testing the next phase." I looked at my phone today. The Archon app had a message for me. "Share the code, Leo. The archive needs more storage." So I'm posting this. I'm telling you the digits. I'm telling you to look behind your left shoulder in the mirror. Because if I'm the only one who knows, if I'm the only one integrated, then I'm just a file waiting to be deleted. But if we all glitch, then we become the system. The water is fine.